So the fourth level of understanding the basics of Teshuvah. Yesterday we learned that each and every person has the capability to become about Teshuvah. And about Teshuvah is not something that you do once in your life. Teshuvah is a mindset where we explained that an Amuretz is never in the state of Teshuvah. So therefore, Hashem is not really helping him to do Teshuvah because he's not willing to do Teshuvah. Versus Talmud Chacham, if you see him doing something bad, something that may seem to be an Avera, you should definitely consider that he's going to do Teshuvah within that 24 hours because he's always in the mindset of Teshuvah. And this is a real Talmud Chacham. So today we learned another level of this, that the point, how do you actually become to be a Talmud Chacham? How do you always be in a place of Teshuvah? And even more, to understand the depth of the insignificance, the evil inclination that happens through not doing Teshuvah right away. When we do something, the second we realize we did something bad, don't wait for Yom Kippur or Rosh Hashanah or tonight or whatever it is. Do right this very second a moment of realizing, wow, why did I do this? I shouldn't have done it. Consequences plus doing equals consequences and everything that's happening in between. Just being real, like we had in this week's Parsha, Laman, Ruvus Atzmayo. Once a person realizes that they are in a place of doing something bad, even until now it was a shoyig, the Eibishter has no problem with shoyig. The Eibishter wants us to do tshuva. The second we realize that we do something, he's not trying to get us, he's not trying to make us feel bad or negative in that, or any in that liking. So if a person without this overthinking, the point is not always to be in a place of bitterness and anger and daga. In his eyes is weakened. Because now again the Yetzer Hara got him. And he did it in a very again. Even if you did it once, twice, third, you realize, oh my God, here you go again. I missed Sazman Krishma. Whatever it is, you did something, oh my God, there you go again. Every day this week I've done it. For the last 20 days within this month, I've been missed Sazman Krishma. I'm giving an example. The point is not to fall into a place of Meridus Salah, because this itself is not Shiva. Shiva is I'm always constantly returning. I'm always getting better. So it doesn't matter how many times I did it. It doesn't matter how much I feel negative about this. The point is to come to a realization of Teshuvah and move on. Don't let the Yetzer Hara take you into it. Like tzaddikim say, I think it's from the Kotzker Rebbe, that everything that's happening, every Avaida that we're doing, the Yetzer Hara doesn't have, the pleasure of the Yetzer Hara is not the Avaida, it's what happens after the Avaida. It's the depression, the atzvut, the yiush that comes out of the Avaida, that happens through it, is what gives the Yetzer Hara power, and this is something that really brings us down. If a person would have done a Yetzer Hara and realized, okay, Hashem, I did it, let's move on, you're the one that's in control over here, you're the one that's keeping me going and keeping me doing mitzvahs, keeping me of doing tshiva, and keeping me not to do this Havaida again. Once you have this realization, tshuva is basically a bituchen, realizing that Hashem is in control each and every moment. And therefore, I'm letting go. I'm not fully in control of my tshuva. I know that Hashem helps me even do tshuva. And at the same time, Hashem is helping us not to do a Davaida again. And if it does happen, we do tshuva and we move on. So, in order to do tshuva, you have to be quick. You can't dwell too much in the negative mindsets. Be'ira, what is the definition? Move on. Don't be in pain. The idea that you did a sin. And therefore you shouldn't do a sin anymore, because when you move on quickly, you are naturally not in the mindset of the sin. Because if we think of sin, we become sin. We can't think too much about it. You mentioned the sin before, Tavakshi Chozav Selo. The pasuk before this in Tehillim, Tavakshi Chozav Selo. A person who is constantly in a negative mindset is always demanding, he's always attracting to himself falseness. Tavakshi is always attracting, asking falseness. Selo, always. And after this, the pussy comes, says Rigzi, don't fight, don't get stuck into it. I guess this is another pshat, this is a different pshat. Don't get stuck into it, let it flow. The point is to be in a place of flow, to be in a place of trusting in Hashem. I do tshuva, I move on. And this is what the Hashem Tov teaches us the most, is that like it's all in the control of Hashem. It's not me versus Hashem. It's Hashem trying to help me do tshuva each and every second. All I need to do is let go and let it flow. The Indian of it, the explanation for all this is the pain on the thing. Just a moment of realization and tiny bit of pain and regret. The point is to be in the place of regret for just a quick second and rigzi and move on, let it flow. Let Hashem talk to you even more and even deeper. So until now, we spoke about too much tshuva and dwelling in the negativity of tshuva, which is not good. Now we're going into the opposite, where you think like, no, I'll do tshuva tomorrow or later, or maybe on Yom Kippur or stuff like this. If you postpone doing tshuva, when the chet comes to you, you will fall in your own net, in your own trap, like you fell before. And the second avaida would be even bigger, because you haven't done tshuva. Tshuva is basically stopping the flow of sin. This is all it is. And the negativity, the sin, goes up to Hashem because the second time is even stronger. The first time, okay, it happened. I get it. Move on. Do tshuva, move on. But the second time, you should have known that this is going to come because you didn't do tshuva. You didn't do tshuva. Now that you see you don't have any koich, and the Yetzer Hara was actually strengthened himself over you, you see he is stronger. You should have seen and realized that he's bad, and you shouldn't have gone into that cycle again. You shouldn't have let yourself go down that cycle. And you should have came up with some idea of an aitza to think more of Hashem and to just dive right into tshuva, which is basically realizing what you did bad and you shouldn't fall into it again by Yiras Hashem, by talking to Hashem, by bringing in Hashem into the story. And also another way he's pointing out over here in 3 words is to put yourself a pachad on doing that. Wow, oh my God, I shouldn't do it again. And to be fearful, to keep himself distance from the sin. When a person does a sin again, a person doesn't do tshuva, it's like a dog is always coming back to his old food, to his old stuff, and he keeps putting himself in the same trap again and again and again because he doesn't think. Beer, he explains. A dog nature is always to eat things that are bad, that are gone bad already. And when he spits it out, it's even worse. It's even more gross and the opposite of nice. And he comes back and eats them again. That's his nature. The same thing is with this stupid person who is not doing tshuva right away. The point is to just get rid of it, get it out of your system. You did something bad, move on, take responsibility and move on. The point is not to dwell on it too much, and also not to postpone it, because if you postpone it, you're gonna fall into it again, because Melech Zukain Exil, Yetzer Hara is smarter, he's older, he's more in control. Bring in Hashem right here, right now, this very second, and automatically, if you have Hashem on your side, it could be the smartest, most advanced Yetzer Hara. Hashem is still stronger than him. Kasher Ba'arni, like we explained in the past. May we have the courage to find the balance of how long to do tshuva and how to keep tshuva all year long, to be in a constant state of always doing and being in a mindset of teshuva, shalayma, l'chaim.